tried to make sure that I wasn't just Scottie Pippen to Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm not. You know, the people that really fuck with my content know it's not. Like those are, he has done so many tremendous things for me, and I owe everything to him. I owe everything to him. And you know, between him and Amra, they've brought so many eyes on and introduced so many people to the funnel. But I know you know my worth. I know it's good. I know I got the talent for it. I got the hard work, and you know, am super creative and can write and can podcast and can vlog, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But I think just kind of like being away from him has allowed me to continue to figure out my lane a little bit more and to really like understand like who I am. You know what I'm saying?
And so, and that's what I want to figure out. Like, where are you going with this? I want to know where you're going with it.
Yeah. It's all kind of like in process right now. Like, I think probably like I've been saying this, and it's all always kind of being curated, but I think like agency, we'll probably sign with an agency. I think that I was just talking about it earlier. I've started to at least explore the idea of a second book, which is, I'll just say it right now. I'm playing with the idea of a book that's a very chaotic, eccentric mix of lessons that I've learned through experiences from both the bottom of this world to the very, very top of this world.
That's dope.
And so like it could be like lessons on like young love. It could be lessons on the toxicity of Los Angeles. It could be lessons on psilocybin. And so what I want people to be able to do is open the book to any page, read 3 pages, hear a crazy story, hear my learning, and then have something to apply to their lives. Yeah. Right now it's just like tentatively called like what I've learned, but I'm sure it'll be something. I'm sure I'll niche it out a little bit more.
It's so funny we're talking about this book, but I'm genuinely meaning like, where are you at in your life?
What you mean? What do you mean by that? When you ask me that, it always comes down to career shit. Like,
no, I'm not asking. That's the thing. It's like, that's
I'm
your
obsessed. I'm obsessed.
That's the thing you answer. Like, well, I got this book. No, I just mean like, so for example, if you're writing a book and it's about things you've learned in your life, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. At this point in your life, in your age, in your career, your relationship status or not, business, content, whatever you're making, where are you at as a human? Like, what have you really learned at this moment? Like that you could say, if I'm gonna make it like, you're gonna say one thing to sum it all up because that's stupid, but I really want to understand what you've learned to this point that has really changed in you over the last, let's say 5 years. Like something, if you gave something over the last 5 years that really changed in you. Because like we think we know how it should be or what it should be or where we should go, right? And I know, for example, I grew up thinking, oh, life is going to be like this. And when I'm this age, I'll have this. And when I'm that age, I'll have that. Or I'll have made it. I'll have figured it out. And I'm 32 now. And I remember this is when I was like 12, 16 years old, thinking about when I'm 30, I'll have this. And I don't have shit figured out, man. I don't have anything figured out. I think it's so important to let people know that. Like, 100%. I'm still trying to every day wake up and be like, what am I going to get done today? Because people see shit on the internet that it's there or not, but I'm still so like, not clueless, but I'm still so, I don't even want to call, I mean, I guess it's directionless. I have a idea.
The word's lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, honestly, like, bro, trust me, I can relate to that. And I think that feeling of being lost in your teenage years, your adolescence, your early adulthood is so horrifying. You're so scared. You're like, what am I going to fucking do? When am I going to get my purpose? When am I going to know what it is that I want? When am I going to meet my soulmate? When? And you're looking for all these like concrete dates as to when all that stuff's going to happen.
Yeah.
And in reality, by the time you get into your 30s, the one thing you fully understand is I need to get comfortable with the idea of being lost in this life, bro. Yeah. Because it doesn't really ever get perfect. Yeah. It never gets even close to perfect. Yeah. Like things happen. Never.
No,
bro.
That's why I said it. I want to bring it up is like, everyone has this misconception that like once you look at someone like you or someone like Logan or someone like me, not that we're all on the same level or not. I'm just saying like success wise, I have the things I want, the cars that I could get, any car I could have, the house that I want. I have a hard time with, getting all the women I want in the way that I want them, right? But it's like, you might look at me and be like, oh, this guy's got it. But I really don't, man. And we are all just kind of lost in a way where like we kind of are refining ourselves every day, which is funny. I think it comes back to the same thing about being present and learning to be more present with where we're at. Because truly, truly, genuinely, if we say, we want to go there, right? Well, the only way to get there is where are you at right now today? And everyone goes, this is the most classic thing people do. They go, I don't know how I got here. I don't know how I got here. It's like, motherfucker, like what? Like this is one of the most interesting things to me that people have this concept. Like even people who find themselves not with like, you know, they wake up and have terrible news about some sort of illness, right? Like Virgil. I'm assuming it's like you don't get yourself to that situation. That gets to you, right? Yep. But in life, like we tend to, for example, let's say someone who died of a heart attack because of, you know, they're young and they shouldn't have died, but then all these moments of maybe drug abuse led to that moment, or the unhealthy habits led to that moment. Yep. We're so naive thinking that like right now in the moment present, we're invincible. I'm invincible and I'm never gonna die and I'm only gonna get better, and that like we're sometimes unaware, or I don't know if it's misaware of like the fact that all the actions that we're taking are actually leading to that point where, like you said, someone goes and like I said, someone goes, I don't know how I got here, and it's so interesting to me, like, and I find myself doing that sometimes, and I'm like, how did I get here? I
also think like in this day and age, and back to being present, people are spending so much fucking time on their phones and thinking